bag usually, and after the coin dies, look at their Twitter accounts and see how quickly a lot of these tweets end up being deleted. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 months ago, if you remember, me, Coffee, and Barely Sociable worked together to talk about the Save the Kids charity token, a charity token promoted by a lot of popular influencers that absolutely went belly up. So basically, the fans put their money into these tokens, and these token runners run away with it. To understand, this money doesn't appear out of thin air. If like $10 million gets pumped in, it's not the government printing money out of nowhere. It's fans who get this shit advertised, and they put in $10 at a time, $100 at a time, $1,000 at a time. Because for a lot of people, either they're incredibly uneducated with cryptocurrency, which, yeah, that's going to happen. It's a new and emerging piece of technology. Or in a likely case, a lot of people are just desperate to make a few more bucks to survive in their life, okay? For them, if they only have $100 and there's some famous influencer, a multi-million-dollar influencer, telling you you can turn your $100 into $500, you might follow their advice, even if they say hashtag not financial advice. Desperation is something that's heavily preyed upon in society, and it's disgusting, and it's incredibly fucking immoral. I don't really care if you're an influencer pushing shitty merch or products onto their fans, because at least they get something tangible and know what they're putting in. Selling them hopes and dreams and a potential path to being super wealthy in a short amount of time and a short investment is absolutely scumbaggish, because the chance of it happening is so minimal. The influencer knows it, but the fan has stars all in their eyes, and it's just a terrible cycle that keeps getting repeated. So anyways, 2 months ago, I covered a video where I talked about why I don't trust gambling streams, where I looked at Roobet and I looked at Stake, various offshore cryptocurrency gambling hubs. So when you hear the words offshore, gambling, and cryptocurrency all in the same sentence, a normal mind will tell you to run away. Now, I don't have anything usually against gambling. It's a bad vice in my opinion, but if you're an adult, go for it. However, if you put your money into offshore oblivion and expect it to come back to you, or expect any guarantee of it coming back to you, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the fattest bridges to sell you. So me and CoffeeZilla have been working for the last 2 months like literal dogs, where me and Coffee have sat down for 2 months, literally working like animals to uncover what we believe is a pretty fucked up link in the entire world of influencer promotion and shady gambling. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 6-part series, the first part of which you can watch right now on Coffee's channel, which is an absolute banger if you must ask me. The next part of that is released on my channel literally tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, you will see part 2. So basically, we're banging these videos against each other. So he's doing part 1, I'm doing 2, he's doing 3, I'm doing 4, he's doing 5, I'm finishing it off with 6. He starts it, I finish it. It's a wild threesome. And a good old gambling site is involved right into the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, who's gonna get diddled? We'll find out in the next coming weeks. And the basic release strategy is, as I release part 2 tomorrow, next week is when I hope to release part 4, and Coffee hopes to release part 3. Initially, these were supposed to go back to back to back to back to back, but ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the dark circles around my eyes, I haven't been sleeping much, because literally we've been investigating. Coffee will tell you, we have spent like 6 hours, 7 hours at a time sitting down and looking through blockchain records. But what we have found is really insane, all right? And ladies and gentlemen, it only gets wilder. In the last 48 hours alone, while we've been investigating, we have talked to plenty of heads, and we have gotten brand new stories and brand new evidence pouring in by the truckload. So it's going to take a bit of time to decipher it and understand it, but ladies and gentlemen, the influencer world never sleeps, okay? As we're doing this, you got Logan Paul and releasing some CryptoZoo project. You've got various other influencers with their own token projects. It's too much, too soon, and frankly, I'm spreading myself very thin, but it's something that I'm interested in, because at the end of the day, people need to call this nonsense out. In some cases, when an influencer is putting their fans at financial risk to make a fat bag, that isn't drama, my friends. That is scummy. That may be borderline illegal, and we in the greater YouTube community need to consistently call it out, because at the end of the day, in the times that we live in, finances are some of the most important things in the world. And for people like influencers, very rich influencers, who have multiple millions of it sitting around in a bank account, it is incomparable to the average person out there. It is wild to me that there are fans out there willing to get absolutely abused financially just because the influencer guided them to it. And listen, I know in the comments there's going to be somebody that says, but Muda, It's their fault. They should have done the research. I agree with you. I wholly believe that there's an idea of financial Darwinism. Like, at some point, somebody's going to have to realize that, hey, if you're stupid enough to fall for this shit, maybe you should lose your money. But like I said earlier in this video, there is an aura of desperation that I hope somebody here can humble themselves to understand. Because at the end of the day, the people that usually fall for these terrible scams on the internet are the kinds of people that are already desperate. They need the extra bit of bucks to live off the next couple months. So for them, if they have to take away a little bit of their critical thinking for the chance to make a lot of money, especially when they watch the influencer of their dreams constantly day after day, it's tough. In the last 12 hours, just to give you an example of how fast this whole story is moving, Coffee uploaded his first part to the entire series like a couple hours ago, and it's literally less than 12 hours. Actually, I'm uploading the next part at like 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Steve Will Do It has deleted every VOD off the gambling page. Bro, everything's gone. I literally have it all saved on a computer. I'm literally discussing this in the video tomorrow. Removing things doesn't make anything look better. This is wild. Why have the VODs been missing? Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully, if my theory is correct, we may understand the reasoning why tomorrow. That said, look out for the video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and I really just wanted to promote these massive videos. So if you haven't checked out Coffee's stuff, go check it out. But this month is Roobet Awareness Month. So watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Part 2 is coming tomorrow in the House of Cards series. And of course, we're going to stagger these as one big video per week and hopefully end it at Part 6. Of course, that is provided another big bombshell doesn't keep getting dropped on us, which at that point, who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm real proud of the work we've done, and I hope you guys check it out. This is me, Mutahar, and I am out. Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and yesterday Facebook went goatsy. Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to make a video yesterday, but I decided to hold off because I really wanted to get the full truth of the situation. It wasn't just Facebook that got a giant goatsy, it was everything underneath Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what is underneath Facebook? If you used Instagram, if you used WhatsApp to communicate with family and friends, gone, deleted, off. Now, I have to imagine Mark Zuckerberg was not the happiest soul on the planet, and I'm sure there was probably a lot of anger espoused over at Facebook. It was probably a giant shit show all around. But to understand, Facebook hasn't been having the last couple days, so I want to just mention a few things that I feel are definite mentionables, but I'm not going to elaborate on some of these things because I don't really have the expertise. For instance, I'm not a political guy. I'm very stupid politically, but from what I understand, Facebook actually wanted... Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and Twitch got absolutely goatsied. We're talking full finger in the left, full finger in the right, and the biggest stretch that you have ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, Twitch.tv is one of the biggest live streaming service, if not the biggest live streaming service out there. Now, early morning from where I'm talking, they actually had a massive data breach. Basically, if you were on good old 4chan, where they do a little bit of trolling, if you will, all right? I know, cancel me for that terrible accent. But ladies and gentlemen, this post got made. We bring to you today... Oh, wait, let me read this in 4chan speak. We bring to you today an extremely poggers leak. It's too long of a post to do that. Twitch is an American video live streaming service that focuses on video game live streaming, including broadcasts of esports competitions operated by Twitch Interactive, a subsidiary of Amazon.com Incorporated. I think Amazon is one of the richest companies in the world. Amazon's not only one of the richest companies, but Amazon also has the AWS cloud service, which, given this massive data leak, I'd be thinking twice before I farm out to Amazon. Their community is also a disgusting, toxic cesspool. So wait, where was this posted? Whoa. Are releasing the source code from almost 6,000 internal Git repositories. So basically, this is the source code within their internal Git repos. So basically, what Twitch is working on and what Twitch has since the beginning of the site's inception is effectively being leaked out. And this is just part 1. So wait, there's more. Entirety of Twitch TV with commit history going back to its early beginnings. I've seen some of the source code, and they actually do appear to have this part straight up. Like, they actually do have like calls to like Justin TV, and I think even beyond the Paleolithic era. So like some of these leaks seem real. I'll get to all that in a bit. Mobile, desktop, and video game console Twitch clients, various proprietary SDKs, and internal AWS services used by Twitch. Every other property that Twitch owns, including IGDB and CurseForge, which I think CurseForge was actually sold, if I'm not mistaken, like a couple months ago to another service. An unreleased Steam competitor from Amazon Game Studios. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, can't wait to install another fucking launcher onto my system. God damn. First try releasing a functioning game. Twitch SOC internal red teaming tools. No! The security teaming tool. No! And creator payout reports from 2019 until now. Find out how much your favorite streamer is really making. Now I'm going to censor the magnet link. This is an actual torrent link that anybody can download. It's 125 gigabytes of downloading. I think the best thing I've ever heard is Jeff Bezos paid $970 million for this. We're giving it away for free. Hashtag do better Twitch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get the obvious elephant in the room out of my house. Obviously, the biggest news right now are people talking about like Twitch streamer payouts, which like it really boggles my mind. I would assume that most people already knew that the top largest Twitch streamers like Hassan and XQC and all these people, they have publicly viewable sub counts. You know, if they say they have 30,000 subscribers, multiplying that number by like 2.5 as the industry average, because I think Twitch takes half of your sub revenue, will give you a good idea of how much they make monthly just from subs alone. Now, of course, there's also view count, there's also viewers, constant donations, and almost every big streamer and YouTuber has a partnership. Every time G Fuel is shown into one of my videos, this is a partnership, okay? This is like a contractual obligation. Plus, I mix it in with my coffee, and if that sounds like a bad idea, it actually really isn't. So that's, honestly, these streamers making multiple millions is not a shocking deal. I think somewhere the actual, like, rates were XQC between the months of 2019 and, like, 2021 made, like, $7 million or something. And he wasn't even the largest paid out creator. I think there were, like, the board game channels above them, like the D&D channels. Multiple millions over the course of years. That's a lot of money. But understand, XQC is, like, basically the PewDiePie of Twitch. This is expected. You could probably see the same trend with like your top YouTubers. People in social media circles, especially top-rated influencers, make a lot of money. Now, of course, while this isn't shocking to me, I think the real news is the actual code for Twitch TV's service getting a fucking leak. So again, I don't want to just like make this video to sort of talk about it, because now you bet that somebody in my